Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 19535 Southwest Willow Creek Court here in Beaverton. We're located at the front of the home, off to the right of the front door. We're over here pretty close to the front right corner of the house. We have a 4-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera, check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Transitions over to 6-inch concrete pipe here about 52 feet out. Looks like I can see a tie-in for another pipe here on the left side of the screen, so it's possible we crossed into the main lateral and couldn't see it due to standing water. So we'll let the line drain out here for a couple minutes. Yeah, I just went past that spot where there's a tie-in, just trying to get the camera out of the water. I'm going to locate and see where we're at exactly. I just located the camera head out about halfway out into the cul-de-sac. But when you look down on the ground, though, you can see a manhole cover that's probably only about 6-7 feet out from the driveway skirt. And I located my camera probably 20 feet beyond that. So I'm not exactly sure how this thing is set up. It's possible it's hitting the main lateral when the camera goes underwater. I'm going to try and bring it back and see if I can locate it somewhere inside that manhole. But we do have a tie-in here, which makes me think that we're already in the main lateral. It's a circular connection there, which does look like a tie-in, not just broken pipe or something like that. Well, I think we may be near that manhole. I'm going to try and locate again. Alright, I was able to locate the camera head here. When I was pulling back, it looked like I saw an opening in the top of the pipe, and The camera head right now is situated directly beneath the manhole cover, just beyond the driveway out into the street. I was able to visibly look down through the manhole and see my camera, as well as locate it with the locating wand. Anyway, we've got standing water leading up to the main lateral connection there. It looks like there's standing water in the main itself, and you get beyond that point, so I'm not exactly sure who is responsible, because it's almost a seamless transition there from this pipe into the main. It's worth contacting the city, as they may be responsible for part of it. This is where that belly, or this particular belly, starts here at 70 feet, extends out to 76 feet at the manhole. And I do have that marked at the manhole with a white X right on top of the cover, right around 8 feet deep there. I'm going to pull back here just a little bit more just to make sure there's not any more standing water. So I'll get that spot located there. It's about a 6-foot belly there at the end of the line. But there are multiple places throughout the line where we've got standing water. And a pretty significant amount of debris buildup. We're probably going to see less of it now that my camera's gone through there and shoved a lot of it. I did about 5 toilet flushes to clear some debris out of the line. But when we were going through there in the beginning, my camera was shoveling a lot of stuff up. So it does look like these bellies have been causing the line having a hard time draining out. Anyway, I'm going to mark right here. This is 70 feet. From 70 feet to 76 feet, I recommend a repair to correct the belly. The water level is going up to the top of the camera lens. We've got an inch of standing water there, at least that much. It's an inch to an inch and a half, and a lot of debris collecting in the line. All right, dislocated the camera head. I do recommend contacting the city, one, to see if they're responsible for any portion of this as it's out in the street, but to also see if they have any record of the depth of the line. I just located it there, and depending on how I'm standing and situated out there, whether I'm facing the house or facing out into the street, I'm getting a depth variance from 5 to 7 feet deep there. So either use some caution when digging, or do some relocates, have the city come out and locate just to double check the depth. I would definitely recommend a hydrojet at the very least. If the repair is not done, either way, it needs to be jetted to remove the debris from the line. We'll see how it looks on the way back here. My camera may have cleaned a lot of it out, but we have another belly here in the line. This one starts here at 47 feet. And we've got inch to an inch and a half of standing water in this belly as well. And it stops right here at the transition to concrete, so from 47 feet to 51 feet. And I'm marking with white paint. I have X's at either end of each belly. Okay, located throughout this belly. This particular belly is under the driveway, marked with an X at either end, and then some dots in between showing the direction the pipe runs. I'm getting the depth there about 5.5 to 6 feet deep. So most likely the main lateral is right around 7.5 to 8 feet deep. But with that kind of variance in depth, it's always a good idea to relocate before getting into the concrete. You're getting really thick debris buildup like this on the side. I mean, that's almost an inch tall. It's up to the top of the camera. But quite a lot of it, in the flow line, my camera scraped a ton out of the way. Prior to the camera going down there, was a lot of debris buildup. Alright, we're pretty close to the clean out there, so it looks like the two repair spots I'm going to recommend are the bellies in the line. And what I don't like too is seeing debris all the way up to the top of the pipe like that. That generally means that the pipe is clogged before and allowed the water to fill all the way up to the top of the line and deposit that. So that's usually evidence. There's grease buildup getting pretty high up on the top of the line there. That generally means that it has clogged out here in the past. Otherwise, we wouldn't have debris there. And this here, there's a teeny little bit of water in the flow line, but I think a lot of that's getting dammed up by the grease in the pipe. Alright, anyway, we're back up here to the first belly in the line. I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera all the way out. I recommend correcting the belly from 47 feet to 51 feet. That's under the driveway, around 5.5 feet deep. It is marked with white paint. And then I also recommend correcting the belly that's out in the street that extends from 70 feet to 76 feet. Both bellies have an inch to an inch and a half of standing water in them, and based on the amount of debris that's built up in the line here, they've been causing the line a hard time draining out. We have quite a lot of buildup. So if a repair is not done, or regardless of whether a repair is done or not, the line I would recommend be jetted out to remove all the debris. And then it's something you may want to keep on top of if a repair is not done. Maybe do rescopes every 1 to 2 years to see how the debris is looking, if it's collecting or not. And really avoid putting paper towels, grease, obviously your cooking oil, cooking grease, and flushable wipes, big giant wads of toilet paper, stuff that you know shouldn't go down the line in the first place. Bellies are very unforgiving to that kind of stuff and tend to clog up very easily. So but I would do the repair so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the line. I recommend a rescope after the repair is done to ensure that it was properly repaired.